What's up, my people? You are in tune another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena, where I'm traveling through the airport. Today I make this video based on getting victimized by white supremacy and shit. You feel me? So we're gonna talk about that today. You feel me? Cause when a motherfucker display racism towards me, I just put that shit on blast. Real talk. And that's how we gonna do this from here on out. So this little white bitch, she felt like, she had some house niggas on her team to motherfucking co-sign to, victimizing a nigga through white supremacy and shit. That's the biggest thing that amazes me about this whole shit, about white supremacy. When you come out to the Pacific Northwest, we out here in Minnesota, Pacific Northwest, and basically, this is where basically you gonna experience the most racism, passive aggressive racism that goes down over here. So basically, I'm gonna tell you about this shit, how this shit went down today. I'm on the airplane. So the white man is basically mad that I jumped outside of the box from his clutches, because as you know, the militant is always being watched by the feds. So he basically was mad that I jumped outside of his clutches. So the white bitch, she sat in front of me, and she started banging on the seat. So I'm like, why is this chick banging on the seat like this? So, but long story short, I knew it was a setup. So what she did, she's like, motherfucker, you banging, you putting your knee in my back and all of this shit. So I already knew that, she was basically trying to get a nigga arrested at the airport. You feel me? So I ain't say nothing. No, as a matter of fact, I did say something. She said, you acting like a dick. I said, well, it shouldn't be hard for your motherfucking ass to swallow, because all of them bitches is made to fuck. That's the only thing they born to do is fucking suck dick. So basically, she got mad about that. So she went and told the stewardess and shit, brought them motherfuckers back in. So that's when they started trying to victimize a nigga through white supremacy. Because he know that she was basically in the wrong. So basically, he was trying to tell me, well, don't say nothing and it ain't gonna be no trouble. Da da da. So I'm the last place I ever want to argue with a motherfucker is at the airport. And as you can see, we in the airport right now. So the last place so I just shut it down. I just let it go. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put this shit on blast later, and I'll let these motherfuckers understand what it really is when I put it out. You feel me? So, they basically, victimized, because you had some snitch ass, slob ass house niggas that was trying to co-sign what the bitch was doing. So they basically say, okay, yeah, we got this nigga. Because when racist rednecks know that they got you in their clutches, when they got the co-signing of your people, they going to display that shit. But due to the fact that there was a lot of, a few more black people on the plane, and they didn't want to make the shit seem obvious, they started petting black people's, the little black house nigga chick that was in the back of me. They started petting her little child and shit. Like they love black people and shit. So I was like, all right, you know what? One thing you ain't got to do in this day and time. See, a lot of the times the people forget what day and time they live in. When a nigga put you, when they victimize you like that, you put they shit on blast. You don't let them motherfuckers get away with that shit. Real talk. So basically, that's the racist white supremacist bitches right there. You feel me? And I dare you to come kick me again, bitch. I'll guarantee your ass, I will tear your ass up in this. You better keep going. You better keep going. You better keep going. You better keep going. For real. You better keep going.
Oh, do something.
That's the racist white bitches that basically they be trying to start shit, trying to provoke shit, and you know what I'm saying. Then when we get out here, so they can try to call the police and shit. That's why I put it on camera. You feel me? Because basically, you got to do that out here. Because basically, they gonna try to victimize you through the white supremacy all the way through the system. You feel me? But nevertheless, meanwhile back at the ranch, those was the chicks right there that, you know, they was playing the role of the Asian provocateur, trying to get a nigga to act out so they could try to get a nigga arrested, try to get a nigga sent to jail, try to get a nigga thrown out, whatever the case and scenario was. I know it was a setup, and I know that the snitch ass, slob ass niggas, because most gang members, they run, a lot of people don't know that they run with white supremacists, especially when they get out to these parts of the country. They run with white supremacists, and they make deals with them to fuck over all the black people. They make deals with them to fuck over all the white people. Whatever the case and scenario is, that's why them niggas are the cancer sores on the backs of our race, and niggas need to be excommunicated out of the race, because those when they killed Tupac and Biggie and all them niggas, it was, you know, they basically sat at the table with white supremacists, gang members. That's how they operate, man. Because I know, because I've dealt with it in the penitentiary. I know from the penitentiary that them niggas, that when they want a nigga killed, if they don't want to seem like they did it, guess what? They'll get an Aryan Nation nigga to do it. Or if an Aryan Nation don't want it, they'll get a Crip nigga or Blood nigga to do it. So that's how they work. That's how they operate. This is why I don't fuck with. I don't join them niggas, and I don't fuck with them, because that you engaged in a serious contradiction when you do shit like that. And whether you know it in the forefront of your conscious mind state or the back of your subconscious mind state, you are now an undercover agent for the government to fuck over your own race. And that's what most of them niggas are, man. Serious. And that's what most of them niggas are. Undercover agents for the government to fuck over their own race. And they use motherfuckers like that to try to provoke you into trying to react. That's what they call reactionaries, when they want to basically fuck over you. You feel me? So I dealt with it from the penitentiary, but these motherfuckers, they don't know, because they see a nigga on a plane traveling, and the white man is mad that a nigga jumped outside the box and he couldn't really do a nigga dirty. So that's what they'll do. The feds will use the agent provocateur to try to provoke you into trouble and shit like that. You feel me? I ain't trying to fight no girl. I would never try to fight no girl. A girl can't overpower no nigga. Come on, man. And that's why I just be like, yeah, right, bitch. You ain't gonna do nothing. Because I know you can't, a woman can't overpower no man. And we all know that. So that part right there. And the crazy part about it is, when I got off the plane, the bitch kicked me in my leg, and she really tried to get me to react. I was like, come on, man, whatever. You feel me? Because I already knew that they had a few slob-ass house niggas in the back that was going to co-sign for them if it would have came down to a nigga going to jail, it would have been black motherfuckers on the stand testifying against me, saying that I was in the wrong, I was doing this, I was doing that. And like I said, the last place a nigga want to react is in the airport. You in the clutches of the feds when you in the airport, nigga. But nevertheless, you have watched another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena, and I'm trying to teach the youth about the basis of white supremacy, because if you don't understand the game of white supremacy, you won't understand anything that's happening to you, and all that other gibberish that niggas is telling you is garbage. And this is what it boils down to. That's the problem of the black man, is white supremacy. And us being targeted for extermination from all the way from the youth to the adults. And this is what this is what I'm teaching the youth about. You have to understand the game of white supremacy to understand what you up against, because they see you as their enemy. And I don't care if it's an undercover liberal racist who's put there to infiltrate your mental and act like they your friends, or if it's a blatant white supremacist racist. They all are under the same banner, and they all are in agreement that they should keep their foot on our necks. So with that being said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll holler at you in the next episode. Peace.